Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Saturday morning. It is 7:30. Oh, what the hell did you go all about? Um doggies. So yeah, welcome, whoever you may be and wherever you may be. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, there we go. Good morning. Saturday morning. It is 7:30. Oh, what the hell did you go all about? Okay, there we go. We had some audio coming in. Set up everything here. Mute that side. Mute the side. I just want to make sure that all my streaming tools is working like it's supposed to. And I think we got it down. Switch working. We got everything working. All right. So where are we? Well, we are yesterday where we finished up is that we created this display. Can't really see it now because we need to have it located somewhere, and we need to put in the code to get it to be displayed. So what we're gonna do here now is that we are going to create a floating window with this inside, and hopefully it should work. So we'll see. Because right now we have it in this thing. This is my fitting window, but I don't really want it to have a fitting window that looks like this. I want all my windows to be like floating windows, so you can move them around and whatever. So we're gonna create a defensive window, and the first thing we want to do is we're going to go into my menu. That's not going to look like it is, but let's see. Photo widget. No. Been a while, so I don't even know where everything is. No. Okay, let's go through this. You'll see. I don't remember where I put my menu widget. No. Hacking? No, of course not. Sure, it's not there. Not called overlay pop-up. No. There we go. Oh, there we go. And I got one that we can use for now. It's no name. See how we set this up. Set up the actual name. Let's do defensive window. Go, and the text is going to be defensive. There we go. And we are going to click on it. Yes, variable already. Go. Click. We're going to create a function like this, exactly the same type of function. Start there. This menu is not going to look like this in the end, but I just need something to be able to click on and test out, see that it works. Click on the defensive button. Basically the same thing here. Getting it on, removing the center menu, and we're adding an information widget, and this is where we're going to build up So first of all, we need to make sure that we have a widget type or data field. Data. Let's see. Data here. We call it widget type, right? Type. Here we go. And we are going to just add a new window. Boom. And this is going to be called defensive window. Cool. So we got that there. So we can change the widget type to defensive window. Let's see. The current avatar is the target actor. So yeah. Okay. Let's go to the HUD and see what else we need to do. Get this to work. UI HUD. Main HUD. Here. And we want to look at add information window. There we go. This is it. So basically this is where we're going to be down in this area. I'm gonna do a else if just want to take a look. This else ifs and not a switch statement, because we got so much other stuff going on. Hold on. I know. I'm so tempted now to do this into a switch statement. Let's see. Information contained in. Can't do that. Should do that actually, because when we start talking about this, we start getting a lot of different widgets. We don't want to do if this, if that, no, you know, if else. Because a switch statement is way faster than an if statement. So let's do a switch here. I'm gonna switch on widget type. Just getting into these things, and I see old code and I go like, oh fuck, I need to redo this. Okay, let's redo it. And it takes some time to get back to, you know, redoing things. It's not as, you know, straightforward. It's just implementing, but it's going to be better in the end, you know. So case E widget type. So I'm going to start with item information. There we go. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, I'm going to do parentheses or curly braces and do a break and then always end up with a break. And now we want to say if we have a target actor. I'm going to do that here. And now we get freaking Christmas music again. This seems to come more and more often, to be honest. Thank you. All right. So now we know that we are in here. So now we can just copy this stuff here, right? Else, now I need to have it all the way down there. Boom. X. And put that in there. And that should do it. Give it a break. And that's the end of that case. So now we can do case. Remove this. Boom. So just e widget type, e widget type, container inventory, boom, and I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do so. Right. So this is interesting. Can we do a case with an or statement? I actually don't know. It needs an if. Ah, that's actually interesting. That means that we need to. We could have two cases, right? Um, Actually, I have to look that up. Honestly, I actually don't know. So, can a case have a or statement? For example, that a function should run if the case is two different enums. Otherwise, we'll pull this out and make it into an individual function. And then we'll toggle that in there. Let's see. Yes, you can. Oh, fuck. In C++, I created a question on ChatGPT, and he went like, "Yeah, in these different languages you can do it." And none of them was C++. Yes, you can stack a case labels. Huh. So besides case, widget type. Um, uh, we'll say, let's see, what the hell are we? Dropbox. Okay. Let's see. In here, we want to have if target actor. That or take that out. Okay. So this would work using this syntax. This is exactly how you or to alternately in the switch because the two labels are stacked with no statement between them. Control falls through. The both values share the same block. Okay, cool. All right, that's what I wanted to know. That's pretty cool. Never done that before. That's the first time. That's awesome. And we want to know that we have a break. Boom. Okay, so now we want to do copy this. Be quick about it. Boom. That. And we're gonna do parentheses. I'm gonna fix this out. Okay. And break. Then we're gonna have a compass widget. Case E widget type. Where's my compass widget? Shit. Ah. E widget type. Compass. Ah, my dog wanna get out of this room, so I gotta go and let him out. No, okay. Stop. Freaking dogs. Okay. Grab this up. That in there. And break. And let's see. So I'm going to say case E widget type combat scan window. This is start to get a few of these else if statements, and that's why we really needed to start handling this as a switch instead. E widget type. What's the next one? I don't even know. No, shit. That's the one we just finished. Boom. This is the one we want. There. Right. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Break. I'm gonna grab all these and put that on top. And I see that break has an incorrect ending. All right, there we go. And now we're gonna do a case E widget type reprocessing window. And then we have a case of E widget type station inventory. Break. Oh my god, why am I doing this for? Because I'm not used to the English keyboard just yet. Okay, so this is actually the last one so far. And there we go. Now we can just put any new items underneath here. And we have a new item. We have a defensive window. So there's going to be a case E widget type defensive window. I know there's more stuff there, but we haven't gotten to that yet. It's a lot of shit left to do, right? All right, so okay. Woo-wee. So what do we want to do here now? Put that into pseudocode. We want to create a new base information widget. We want to set the sizes on that. So set size of window. We also want to think about if we want the user to be able to resize it. I don't think so, not for this one. We need to create, let's see, what do we do here? Active station inventory widget, storing a scale window. Hold on. So what I'm thinking about here is, do we need to store the widget? Yes, we do, because otherwise we won't be able to remove it, I think. We need a good and easy way to remove these things. And so we're going to go into the player controller. So much shit open here I don't need right now. Close all down this. Play controller. No, there. We could store these in a UI, but yeah, that is something I might need to address at some point. Here we go. So all these windows are actually single windows. So we can only have one open, so they get removed as soon as we add another one. Yeah, let's add this. I don't know if this is the best way to do this, but it's the way I've been doing it, and maybe I should just defensive window. I don't know. I have to start thinking about that in going forward. Yeah, so we start a bit this, right? If we have it already, we need to remove it before we create a new one. So we start there. If PC got the player controller, we created up active defensive window. We have one open already. We need to remove it. So we need to create a remove defensive window function. And so we can go down. First of all, I go into my main HUD and we're gonna search for remove station. There we go. Got all my remove functions in here. Void boom. And so that be coming underneath. Why don't just pass in the player controller here instead of getting it again and again and again. Question is, if I get it, yeah, I think I want to do that. So why not add that here? It doesn't really matter, right? So we are going to say exactly this. If active defensive window, so we remove that from the parent and we remove it. Yeah, this is the problem. I think this is called from another place as well. Coming from another place as well, that we might not have the player controller. Hi Dan, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Happy Saturday morning to you. We'll start with this one. I know I'm going to use it later on. Let's put that PC in there. Thing is that I'm wondering about this freaking thing. Because we need to add it to my list of open widgets. Let's see what we can do. Because I have a couple of other functions to address. So much shit in here. Let's take a look at that. How is that? For example, if I look at this guy here, placed in creep spot, got it here as well. So this is removed from widget map. That is not a function I need to be done. Case e widget type. Defensive window. Yeah, it's been a while. The thing is that I went into my own. I started obsessing when I was streaming last time, about 5 months ago. I started obsessing with numbers and how to get people in on the stream and etc. etc. And I lost myself into what I was doing, which basically was I just want to create a fucking game and stream. And to be honest, if nobody want to watch it, I don't. It doesn't really matter as long as I enjoy myself and enjoy what I'm doing. And it's also a way for me to put myself in the situation that I don't know. It's just that I started obsessing with that, and so I stopped streaming because I had to get back to what I really enjoy doing, because I lost myself into it. And that's what I'm trying to do now, is that I'm coming back into it and start streaming, and right now it's just I put it on and I do my work, and I'm trying to not even think about any numbers. So that's the thing. But hopefully it will be fine. I don't know. Otherwise if I start obsessing about stuff again, I probably have to take myself off it. But it's a mental health thing as well, you know. But I really do enjoy doing it, and I can tell you that I actually said a couple of days ago, like I looked at the numbers and I'm like, oh my god, this is not great, you know. Get like 6 views when I'm sitting for 6 hours, and but then I was like, no, fuck it, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Just enjoy yourself. So that's what I'm trying to do now. So yeah, well, it is what it is. Yeah, so this is where the problem comes in with me not having a player controller, because I don't that here. I could technically do the same thing at the top. I just call a player controller here. Getting the player controller here. I can do that here. AGD player controller. Let's do it on cast. All right, let's do that. Equals cast AGD play controller, and what are we casting? Well, we are get play controller main HUD. Shit, I actually can't do it here. Oh, damn. How did I do it here? No, there. Get act. Oh, I do it through the active overlay. All right, okay. We can do that. That's fine. Got that one there. Just place that in here. And yeah, fine. Now I can add that to the other ones as well, and then we can. That's see. Yep. All right. Choo. And then you got these freaking bots coming like, oh, buy your viewers. It's like, yeah, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? The question here now. It will replace that. If I add it with the same key, it will replace if it's already has that. Oh, I have to look that up. Another thing I need to look up. It's fun, you know, but if I have a if I come on have a T-map with a enum as key, and then add a new insert with the add keyword with the same key as one that is already in there. There. Will that just replace the one existing? Boom. Check that. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Is that because this is a open widgets, when we're adding one with a key, which is a widget, E-type widget, enum, it will just replace the other one. I mean, this is how I've been working it since I started it. I just haven't really looked at it this way. I can just copy that entire thing, I think. This is going to be the window. The new widget. Size box. Let's see. Yes, it will override it. Replace an existing value or as above. Okay, cool. Yep. That was the most important thing. So that will mean that that will work as expected. Create movable widget container of the widget type. We're going to look at that. I just want to make sure this is incorrect. So this is going to be active defensive window. New widget, open widget, new widget, then we break it. And so we're going to go and take a look at the next step, which is create movable widget container. Boom. Here we go. So now in here, we are creating a new widget. We are entering a target actor if we have a target actor. This is going to be a null pointer otherwise. We're going to set minimum information to true. If we got a target actor, we're going to... Wait a minute, this is the same fucking function. Why are we doing it twice? That makes no fucking sense. Alright. To be honest, it doesn't really matter because it's a null pointer if it's not. So this check is just setting it to a null pointer. That whole check is actually unnecessary, but yeah. We're gonna set the widget type. If it is a deployable settings, then we want to set the settings, but this is not the deployable settings. It's a hacking window. We want to set the hacking info. This is not that, so that's fine. We're setting the widget type. We're setting the widget type twice. Oh, damn, we do it in the widget as well as the widget controller. Was that the difference here as well? Widget controller is set actor. No, it's not. Alright. No, I don't know. And now we're setting the root size box. We're adding to the viewport and we center the widget and then we return a new widget. So that's fine. Everything should work as expected. So we're just going to go into the basic information widget controller. I don't even know what I'm looking for. There we go. Basic information tab controllers. Information widget controller. Here we go. This is it. So we are a minimum. We are going to start working on this. Dun, 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 dun. Have a switch statement here somewhere. Create minute tab. That's also something we want to do. There we go. Minimum information presented. This is exactly where we want to be. Sorry. Pardon me. Pardon me. There we go. And now we're going to do new case. There we go. Case. And this is going to be e widget type. expensive window. Boom. So what we want to do is we want to fill this with our information window information. Everything got that. So we want this resistance display. This is the one we want to display. So we need to import this into our C++ file. There we go. So let's do that. This file is just crazy. This is gonna be a let's see, what do I call it? Resistance display. Do we even have a file for that? I don't think we do. See that the parent class up here is user widget. That probably means that I never even created a. Yeah, I did. Didn't I? Let's see, widgets. So that information widgets. Prompt sub-widget, no. Vehicle fitting in here. Display widget, yeah, I did. This is it, right? So we need to actually go in and set that. Class settings here. Resistance display widget. Boom. Armor grid. Everything is interesting now. Size box. Root size box. Jesus, everything is just weird right now. Okay, so that's gonna be root size box. Sit there. Core grid is not blueprint visible. Oh. I need to update this. Okay. Well, let's do that. Blueprint read only, I think, is probably the best. Put that in here. I don't need that. The blueprint read. Yeah. All right. Oh. Yeah. Why did? Okay. Oh shit. Okay, that's why. So let's see. Can I do this now, or will I get like a billion freaking errors because I'm not finished with some functions? Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Dun, dun. And build succeeded with warnings. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open these guys up. And now everything is working. Good. That is great. That is great. All right. Cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. What are we doing? Jesus, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. There we go. I'm gonna say basic information widget controller, and that is the file we want. And because this is actually a non-controller widget, do that. I'm gonna do U resistance display widget. Resistance display widget. This is subclass of. That is awesome. So I'm gonna go up here. Just add that class. Add that class. U resistance display widget. And yeah, let's I don't know, add that as a name maybe. Boom, 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 shika boom, shika boom, shika boom, shika boom, shika boom, shika boom, 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 boom. All right, and now we're gonna say, find this bad boy. Window. This is it, right? Yes. Properties and reference. And we are going to boom, shika boom. Oh my god. Now my dog opened the door. He's gonna start japping at me because I'm talking to the microphone, and then he's going to start to hurdle me, and then he starts looking at me, and then start barking, climbing, whatever he's doing. And then I'm gonna put him in the hallway, and he's gonna be pissed off at me, and he starts barking at me. So I shut him out. We'll see how long that whole process will take. All right. So there the quiet sound starts. Do footer horizontal. We're gonna set that to collapse for now. E type. We are going to create a mini tab. This is something I want to do. E tab type. Here we go. I want these to be able to stack windows on top of each other at some point, but that is a big job I need to really get into. It's gonna take me a couple of days, I think, to do. This is called defensive window. Resistance. That's basically what this is. Resistances. So maybe I've been incorrectly naming it to defensive window. But it could be other defensive values, maybe. Let's just call it defensive for now. Boom. Can go in and just change that at some point if I want to. Anyway, so we're gonna create a tab. There we go. And this is gonna be defensive window. All right. And then we are going to create a new window. Let's see, packing window widget. Actually, this is exactly what we want to do. Boom. Exactly what we want to do. That's actually the hacking window widget. I redid that, so I didn't use any controllers. So that's actually perfect. U resistance display widget. Copy that, put that in there. And we're going to take our resistant display widget there. Put that in there. And we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. And we're just adding the child and see what the hell the result will be. Huh. See. Okay, shut up, Coltrane. Get out. Get out. Go out. Alright, what this is loading all. Give me a second. All right. Let's see what we get. I actually have no idea what we're going to get. Well, I know what I hope I'm going to get. That is not what we get. Nothing happens. That's oh shit. I don't think we see, I don't think we hooked that up, to be honest. Where did we put this? HUD overlay. There we go. That's it. There we go. All right. How about now? And we got a crash. Why did we get a crash? Oh shit. We are getting a crash in the view widget. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so resistance view. Okay, so we didn't crash inside of the actual. It's actually when we're creating the view widget. It's not in here with the grid slots. It's not inside the widget. It's actually in the creation of the widget. And core long unassigned long legal name. So I have a feeling that something is wrong with something. Resistance view widget. Just take these small. Just to include. That's not a problem. It's a class, resistant view widget, object. I have a feeling. I actually don't have a feeling. I actually don't know. Why would that crash there? It's not a crash, for fuck's sake. I had a stop block here for some reason. All right. Okay, so I don't think we crashed. I think we just had the stop block to see that we're in here. And I thought it was a crash. Alright, cool. Try it again. Alright, let's see. Let's try this again. Oh, it's a little small, but look at that! Yay! Yay! The color schemes is horrible, but that doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger because, for example, electromagnetic is not mixing very good with the text next to it. But yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so let's make it a little wider first of all. Creating that widget in our HUD. I think we are going to our HUD. That's basically where we're starting everything, right? Our HUD. Where's our HUD? So, create mobile. Here we go. 500, 5,000, 500 times 400. I don't think it needs to be that high. I'm gonna do 550. And that's just the start. We could make this so the user can drag it, draggable in the corner. So size, they could resize it for themselves. Don't know yet. We'll see. Think that's actually probably pretty important that they're supposed to be able to do. But it's working. It doesn't look great, but that's not what this is about right now. It's all about getting the functions in there. Then we can make it pretty whenever we want. All right, so there we go. Now it's still. What I can do is I can say that electromagnetic and kinetic switch places. Let's see if that makes any difference. Okay, let's see. So we are in resistance view widget. Display widget. It's here actually. Go. So if I take kinetic, that one. I change that to kinetic. There. Pushing place on those two. So now we're gonna set this is 1. This is 3. And we do that. That is kinetic is there. this is the location in the grid that I'm changing, basically. I don't have to, I could just change it, but I want it to be in order, just in case. Little bit of OCD there, but it's not. I don't want it to be too messed up. This can be 1, this can be 3. All right. Start this. This is a pretty intense function, but yeah. It's basically what it's doing here is that it takes some information and then creates a new widget and placing everything into it. The grid, etc. It looks heavier than it actually is. All right, let's see here. M and defensive, and boom. Yeah, now it sticks out. We need to make this a little bit bigger. Oh, look at that shit. So let's see. We need to make it higher and we need to make it wider. Go. So let's put it at 600 and we're gonna put it at 700. Test it out, you know. Start there. And we also want to test at some point here. We need to test that it's actually updating in real time. Therefore, if we add an item in here, it should update the data. But I haven't gotten to that yet. So we'll see. 1, 2, 3. A little too high now. Could make it a little smaller, but electromagnetic is fitting just nicely. Interesting that it's closing those. That is not good. That's not, but it's a simple change. It needs to save the latest state somehow. We'll see. Anyway, so now it's actually getting the different values from the resistances. The blue is not very fun. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool though. All right, let's change the size. I also don't like the blue color. Well, it's too strong. There's a lot of things I don't like with that thing, but the functionality I do like. So let's see. We're going to. I don't even know what we're looking for. No, there we go. Basic. There we are. All right, here. We're gonna do 500. Is that enough height then? All right. So anyway, so we got this to work. So don't know what would the next thing would be, and I want to be able to start working on getting these windows floating instead of fixed. And I want to start working on making this into a real menu. Because right now it looks like crap. There we go. 550. I think that looks okay. Change the color of that. I mean the whole it's just basic uh basic data. Yeah. I would like to do something about like a hovering mechanic or something like that. Some information. Hmm. Right. Let's see. Do ship window. I think the blue is too penetrating. Um, about that. Pinkish hue. I'm just testing out. I mean, this is not the final product anyway. Yeah, not as penetrating anyway. More of a salmon colored. Um, it's just that it works. That's the thing, right? So that's my shield resistance of this character, and this is my armor resistance, and that is my core resistance. Cool. All right. What else did I want to do with this fitting window? I really don't. Yeah, this needs to be removed though. The storage we already. What the hell? Everything is off something now. Also this. Doesn't matter. So for example, my storage here, my vehicle storage, I have that here as a separate window. I got my defensive window. I got my vehicle storage. I got my compass window. I got my station storage. It's not something. It's actually empty thing. I don't do anything with it. I got a reprocessing window. I got, yeah, so I want to continue working on this, making sure that we are can open up windows as we want. I don't know how to, these things, because this could definitely work, make it bigger, but these things is not going to be doing much more than displaying a certain type of data. So I don't know if that needs to be resizable. At the same time, if you just want to show that, you need to be able to drag it down. So yeah, I think this one needs to be resizable. Um, that could be an idea actually. Same thing with this. If you only have a little bit, we should be able to resize it. It doesn't show so much. Oh, and I want the menu to be like a fixed thing here on the side. It's not in the way in the middle of the screen, and I need it to always be available. You shouldn't have to like press a button to get the menu. Alternatively, we can push a button to get the radial menu for the Windows. That's actually not a bad idea. Create a radial window for menus that is going to be depending on the amount of choices you have. It's actually not a bad idea. All right. So we can have not a horrible idea, I think. Radial menu with all the options. But the thing is, this could be a shit ton of options. Could be a shit ton. I don't know. Maybe we don't want that because it could be 20, 25 options. It could be a lot. We can have a quick one as well. No, I think I want a widget on the side here to show off the menus. Instead of, I don't want like this though. This is not what I want. All right, so that's something to work with. Okay. So how would that work though? We have it on the side of the window. That it's created on the fly. Then we're going to be able to drag it in and out. Get a smaller icon so it's not in the way so much, and then drag it out if we want to see more and have more explanation. That means, what do we need to do? We need to have that means we're going to have a draggable sidebar with slots. Menu slots. We're gonna have a highlighting. Maybe we want to be able to sort, drag, drop, sorting of menu. Anything else? That's draggable. Draggable resize. Draggable resizing sidebar. Menu slots. Depending on choice. So the question is, do we want a menu slots that are added? We could have a hamburger menu. We could have a hamburger menu. Okay, let's see. Could do a hamburger menu and then we mark with marking for quick menu access. So we have a hamburger menu, and each option in the hamburger menu can be clicked on, and that will bring it into the quick menu access that's on the actual sidebar. So you don't need to have everything that you don't want. That could be an idea. So where do we start here? So we're gonna have a clickable hamburger menu that is a pop out, like pop out. So click on the hamburger menu, it will that could open a floating window with all the menu options. And if you, let's see, okay, click on the hamburger, will open a menu floating widget. With all options in categories. All menus in categories. And check mark. Those should be clickable as well. And I want it to be expandable. So you have an overall menu, an overall classification that you can click on. It will expand into subclasses, and those subclasses are clickable. So clickable categories with clickable expandable categories. With submenu item can be clicked to open menu or widget, but also has a check mark for quick access. For quick access, quick menu access. So that will create a widget that will add to the quick menu. And then you just click on the quick menu to open up the menu, the widget. It sounds like a big job, but it's an interesting job. Actually, could be really interesting. And then we can just build on that, and then just add items to that. The question is, how do we store that? Because we don't want to store that overall. That's got to be a client based. So it's going to be saved as a file on the client. It's a settings thing on the client. So stored in a settings file on the client. No replication needed. So that is a pure settings file on the client. That's awesome. Then we can start working with that for the first time, because we're talking about we're going to have a settings page where you can set settings for everything that you want to, how you implement, how you interact with the screen and screen size, and that's all that's going to be added in a settings file on the client and got nothing to do with replication. So that's cool. Then we can start working with that as well. We haven't had that at all. That's actually an interesting segue into that. Now, there's so many segues. I can take this left, right, or whatever I want to do. It's just interesting because we're talking about segues. I just start implementing damage to characters, resistance, and whatnot, and we could continue building on that. For example, start implementing landmines and whatnot. I want to be able to place down, like I do with my containers here, place down a mines, so you can block off a entrance to an area, for example, with a mine, 2 mines or whatever, making sure that you are not being sneaked up upon. But so many things we can do, and I want to start doing that because that will in turn lead to introducing weaponry, so we can start shooting each other. But at the same time, I want to start separating out station when we are in a station, and when we're outside of a station in a world, because it comes down to that we can start talking about what we can do when we're in a station versus what we can do when we're not in a station. It's so much, but I think this is one of the big steps, is to start introducing menus in a more correct way, and I think this is actually a good way to do that. I don't know. So what are we gonna do is we're going to start somewhere. And I don't know. Maybe we can do it in. I don't know where to start. Where do we start? Drag drop sorting of a menu. Yeah, we're gonna add it. Let's see here. We had a go to UI. I'm gonna do UI overlay. And if we look at my overlay here, oh, do I have anything in here? I got my canvas. I'm gonna add it to the canvas, right? So when we're loading this, because it will always be a sidebar on this, always going to be there. So we can start looking at the overlay. I mean, either if you're in the station or not, it's always going to be an overlay on the sidebar. I saw the sidebar in the overlay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at my phone. Galaxy Dawn overlay widget. Of course, it's a widget. So Galaxy Dawn overlay widget. There we go. Right. So we got a target container widget. That's always there. We can store it. Where we can store the overlay widget blueprint. Huh? The target controller class. I don't know where the hell this is coming from. That's honest. Let's see, what are we doing here? I don't remember. This been a while since we were in this one, but add target widget. Cancel. Anchor. Add sound. Canvas. All right. Let's do a void add sidebar menu. I haven't even created any of that, but I want to start working a little bit on this. Create widget, container widget, params. Right, so we are in the overlay. So let's create a new user interface. I'm just going back and forth here and testing things out. It's not right now. It's nothing real serious. WBP underscore BP. Sidebar menu. Right. I'm gonna do a size box because we need something to be able to drag it, right? And we're gonna have a width override, and we're gonna have a height override. No, the height. I don't think we're gonna have height override because it's always going to be the same. It's gonna be max window, right? Do desired. Oh. Do we need to have that? This could actually be scroll box. This is actually interesting. I don't know. Because this is right now fixed value, right? I want this to be screen size. We probably need to set that when we start the game. So we're gonna have event construct. We need to get the screen size. Get screen space. Screen. Get a viewport size. Right. I'm gonna break that. Vector. And we're going to, let's see, I'm gonna set that to be a root size box. And then we are setting that as a variable. And let's get that root size box. And I'm gonna set override, set height override. So it's X in that and Y in that, isn't it? X and Y. I think so. Um, that. That. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, in worst case, we have to redo it. Not the end of the world, right? Well, should we do a tree contract? I don't know if that. So my height override is 1. I don't know. I mean, this is something we have to test on screen. So we have to add it to actual screen and see if we can get it to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We're going to set a overlay. Overlay. Grab that image. Just to have something to test around with. And this is going to be black and 0.5. No, 0.8. It'll be very dark. And that off and save. And maybe it's total black. Maybe no any see-through. We'll see. That's not what I'm doing here. So hold on. This is the sidebar. Let's create. Just add it, right? Look, it's one. Very small. Still one. Fuck. So get you precise. Let's print string that. Do let's do that. Just out. $1,014. 1914 times 1002. So that value should be 1002, not 1. Why are we doing this? Let's go and do that. Run construct. 1002. That's supposed to be 1002, not 1. Okay, let's go and do that then. Let's just see what the fuck it is. Right? Supposed to be 1002. 1002. And still it gets not 1002. Why is it not getting the 1002? 1. I actually don't understand that. Okay. Let's do this. what I want to do, set height, override size, root, size block. Get that. Let's say, get height. Override. And then we're going to print that here. So, what I'm going to do, go in here, I'm going to change this to, say, 500. Why it just becomes 1002. Everything is saying 1002. Why doesn't it fucking show 1002 instead of whatever that is? Let's do this then. Just for the hell of it. I'm going to reset it totally over and over and over again. But it still does not do it. Okay, designer. Oh, fuck, because this is what I'm doing. A little bit better. A little bit better. It's not good enough though. It's not good enough. Because does it take the original number here? So if I do this and do 50. It actually does something. I don't know. Does something though. Get viewport size. That's not really right, is it? Why is it leaving a big gap at the bottom here? Oh, wait a minute. Are we doing something here? No, we're not. Anchor at the top left. Alignment. I mean, it's fine. It is. No, it's supposed to be fine. Don't know. No. So let's see. If we set this here and we say that the size here is 1002. And we remove the size. Oh, look at that. It leaves a little gap. That's interesting, actually. Why is it doing that? Because this is 1081. Guess the size of the game viewport. Let's see. Get screen. Get play screen widget. Gets the geometry of the widget holding all widgets, adding to play screen. You can use the geometry to convert between absolute and local space of the widgets held in this widget. What? Screen size. over. Let's see. Break. Can I break that? No. Turn value. I have no idea. The widget's viewport size is incorrect. And I really want that. The blueprint node get view size gives me a result of 1002 in X and Y, but the screen is a 1080 screen. Just want to know why does it give me an incorrect number. It's extremely annoying. Source in the web. All right. Because that's pretty important. I get the right screen size. So if I do smaller here then. How am I doing this? Let's see. It's in the construct. This doesn't really matter. Get the viewport size reports the size of actual render area, not the size of your monitor. In most cases, having a pixel gap counts for things that sits out the viewport. Blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. Now, so I have a widget that I want to render. I want to make sure it renders the whole screen, the whole viewport, from up to down. Now, if I set the root size box to get box height override to get viewport size and taking the Y value and adding it as override, it leaves a section at the bottom of about 78 pixels. It does not render the widget over the whole of the height of the screen. Oh God, can't. I've been typing stuff behind my camera. When you return to raw pixel value of the viewport, but UI element. Let's see. Be right back. Outside hallway or something. I've got to take care of him. Oh. Get viewports down, raw pixels, set height override, slate units, always divided by the DPI. Oh god. Let UMG stretch the widget for you. Use a canvas panel with anchors 0 to 0 to 1 to 1, not overall. What the fuck is he talking about? Easier. Use a canvas panel with anchors 0 to 0 to 1 to 1. What the hell are you talking about? What is that? I don't know what it's talking about, to be honest. I mean, if I have a sidebar here, and let's see. Offset bottom. I don't know. This what you're talking about? Got it here though. Oh yeah, look at that. Now it becomes wider. Alright, okay, that works. So we don't need to do this shit. Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know everything. I'm barely scratching the surface here. So we don't do that. We are setting it like this. And then we use a hover on the side to be able to drag it back and forth. Oh, if I do that, see what it looks like. Still looks fine. And we can say height to right. Just grab it like so. I don't think it should matter. You should not see a difference here. Test it out. Alright, okay. That was the whole thing down here. Offset bottom. Anchors. Cool. Right. So we can drag this out to be something like this. So we have see it. And so let's see here how I did my drag and stuff on my floating widget. Probably look at that. So I have my little image scaler button. So we can have one of those images, a invisible image, all across the side. Put horizontal scaler and the scaler button, which I just placed there. So let's see if I do a horizontal. So a horizontal. Let's see a horizontal. Yeah, horizontal box. So I'm gonna stretch it out. Boom, fills the whole thing. And then we're gonna say, let's see, we're gonna do another horizontal. Is fine, I think. And this is gonna have an image in it. And we're gonna have this. So, have another horizontal. No, we're gonna have a vertical here. Vertical box. Grab that. Put that in there. Build that. This image is just gonna be very small. Let's see if I can set image size. Adding brush. Color opaquity. I don't care about that. Fill. I want this to be very small, so 0.1 or something like that. See here. Fill. 0.1. 0.05. very small. I don't know if that's a good idea. I'd rather have it like a fixed image, to be honest. Go. That I want this to be image size. There we go. Auto image. This is gonna be like a hover area that will always be there. And when we're hovering over that area, we are going to get a like a drag symbol. We can drag it. Therefore, if we now go to the root, we do that. Always be the same size. I want to be able to go into, I don't know, 50 maybe. Minimum is 50 and maximum is 200. How about that? So we're gonna set two values here, variables. We're gonna have float and min width and max width. And we're going to set these. Min width is gonna be 50. 50. And max width is going to be something like 200, and then we can just test it out and see what we like. Like so. Let's see what we did here. Tech upside changes and resizing. So we have a tool called a scaling, and if it does that, then we'll do that. We'll do that in the tick. That's perfect. So we're gonna do a bool that is resizing. So we're gonna set that to false to play out with, and we can look at this guy right here. Get cached geometry, local to viewport, clamp values, clamp load, set width override. And it's just a width override we're gonna do. So let's just what's that? Get mouse position on viewport, right? Something like that. Copy this whole fucking thing. Let's see what we can do. What do I call that function? I call that update function here. I'm gonna call it update size width. Width. Yeah. Oh. Grab this information here. So we don't really care about the height. We can skip that. Do get a cache geometry, get local to viewport, root size box, that, skip that for now. We don't want to set height, we only want to set width. Clamp values. And we want to have the clamped y value, right? Create a function called stamped Y value. Is it X value? Fuck, do I know? X value. Flow. Okay. Okay. And this is the min width and max width, right? I mean, this is what this is all about. We're just testing shit out. Okay. Get cat geometry to south. Local to view. Right. So this is called update size box. And this is just changing the text. We're gonna do that as well, but not right now. I'm gonna call that on tick, and then we're gonna set scaling. Scalar button. Oh, we did a button there. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. Size box. There we go. If that is true, branch. What am I gonna do? So I just doing a button, not an image. Is that correct? Scalar button. A little button with a little image on top. Ah. Well, why not? I could do it as an image and then I check native on pressed or some shit like that and that, but the scalar button could actually probably work better. So we're gonna do that here, and then on hover we'll show some kind of little thing on the icon. We're changing the icon on the widget, on the mouse. We can do. Oh, this is. Here we go. Here I'm gonna do a little button. Button. So take the image, remove the image. This button. There we go. 5. Pressed. Image 5. Pin 0. Pin 0. Pin 0. Boom. Right. Now we're gonna say on hover that fucker. Resize. File. Save. Say resize button. Say on hover. No, on click. Sorry. On click. There we go. Now we have a on release. There. I'm gonna set this to true and pause. Right? Let's test this out. See what the hell happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. All right. See what it would do here. What I can do. Oh shit. Print. No. Trust. Maybe I can't. Like, we'll see. Press and do anything at all. No, nothing happens at all. Oh, nothing happened. I do resize them, but I'm not holding the button right now. So what is going on here? See what the hell I did here. Unpressed, unreleased. Unpressed, is scaling, unreleased, unscaling. Interesting. So I get the release, but I never get the okay. I don't know what the hell. Hey man, how are you? Pretty okay. Come across a little problem here, but I got the right size though. That's all right. But I can't release it. Right sizing. Maybe I should just do one click, will resize it, and then click again, it will. This is, I mean, this is basically the two settings I want. I want the big and I want the small. I don't need to be able to do this in between. It's either big or it's small. Don't need the other stuff when I'm thinking about this. So yeah, what's up? Anything happening this wonderful Saturday? Let's see. So yeah, we can just do the resizing on this is actually just gonna be a click. That's probably good. We're gonna do is small. B is small. Is large. Maybe it's a better word for it. Cool. See. So I'm gonna skip these guys. Resizing. Skip that. Yeah, I want to delete that. Delete that. And if we are clicked, so do this. I'm gonna take this, and we're going to not bool. Boom. So we're setting it to not bool. And we're updating the width. And we probably need a setter for that. Go in this. And maybe not, because that is a global one. Let's see. It's a global one. I don't know. Basically setting. Okay, hold on. Don't need this. So I don't need that. I can skip that. Skip that. Count value. It's gonna be easy peasy now. So we're gonna say take that, and we're gonna say a b b b b b b b b b b b b. Don't actually need that anymore. Jesus, this is so much easier. But yeah, now it's not a drag. It's just a basic on and off. So take the side box. If it's large, we set it to large. If it's not, we set it small. This is just going to be a toggle. Now. There we go. And if we click on inside, it doesn't happen. It's just on the edge. We need to make sure that our widget shows that somehow. Oh, all right. Let's see. I do that. I think I do that in here. On hover, some shit like that. Don't I do that? I don't do that. Hold on. I do this. And I grab an information box. Yeah, I do. Hover over it. Then I get that. want to do the same fucking thing. How do I do that? Control set. Do I do that in the actual widget? See, gonna get to the widget control is the base information. Let's see what we have here. What the hell we have anymore? There. Do we have a native on hover or some shit like that? Button. That's native. Native. Got something going on. Nope, internet. Okay, we don't have that. Maybe we have it in the widget then. Because of course it's gotta be in the widget and rather than the native. Don't have that here either. What the hell? I just wish the controller started creative UI. Okay. Make small text, makes large text, change when resizing. Change this when no. I mean somewhere there's something in the button here then. Oh wait a minute, there's something in the button, isn't it? On hover. Hovered. Press disabled tint. Press sound, press padding, press disabled. Bleh. Shit. There's something with the mouse. Flipping inherent. Should know this, but press sound, power foreground, press sound, hovered sound. No, it's something with the mouse. The fuck, man. What the fuck? Don't tell me I have to go and search this. Advanced. No. Advanced behavior. Oh, my word. Okay. So we got under behavior advanced, and you got the cursor there. So, behavior. Behavior advanced there. We'll go cursor. Southeast, southwest. Left, right. Let's go. There we go. Perfect. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so we got that. Cool. Basic. Now, let's see. Horizontal resize image overlay. Image. Horizontal. Wonder. Can move this. I think that's good. That's probably good. All right. We want like top menu, and the top menu is going to be two things. We're gonna have something up here, just I don't know, logo or some shit like that, and then we're gonna have the hamburger menu that will pop out our floating widget with all the menu options. And then underneath that, we're going to have our quick access menu. That's just going to be a scroll box, I guess. Don't really know. Cold chain. Give me a second. Okay, um, so our horizontal box will first have a vertical. No, not our vertical will have a vertical, right? This vertical, let's set it to fill. Then we're gonna have a, I don't know, we're gonna have something. Well, it's gonna be a horizontal. We need something to pop this in, and then we can make. Let's see, how should we do this? This is just gonna be very small, like 0.3, something like that. Then the rest, oh, maybe it's too much. 0.2. So, and let's put a image in there. So we're gonna do an overlay. Let's do an image just so we can see it when we're working with it. So, do is fill that. Do that. Good. And we're gonna do fill that. And this image is just gonna be just so we can see it. 0.3. Just so we can see that size. Yeah. This is what I don't know. What I can do is I can take this edge and make it into an edge all the way down. I don't know. Make it a white edge. I don't know. I think I want to make this 55. So it's 50 plus 5. Make it 50 plus 5. So there, min is 50 plus 5. So it's 55. Square size. Also, I think I want to make this resize button. All these is going to be like a 2. I'm testing out things here. 0.2. And the rest is going to be 0.2 as well. these to be absolutely white. With the same color, all of them. File, and save, and I don't know. See? Yeah. Do I want double click rather than single click? Maybe that's better. I have a double click on it. So, boom, and resize button, wrap, and oh, huh, they don't have that. I thought that was a thing they did. I think there is a double click option for this. I think I've seen it somewhere. Hmm. Be able to get that into a double click. But all right, we'll skip that now. Boom. All right. Yeah, that was 50 plus 5. Awesome. So we're gonna have this is going to be divided into 2. This guy divided into 2. Wait a minute. Yeah, write this out. Like that there. This needs an overlay. The overlay is going to be whatever that was. 0.3, 0.2. Then we have the vertical box here, and inside the vertical box we want 2 horizontal boxes. Like that. Fill that. That. This is going to be the hamburger menu, or main menu, or total menu. Total menu. Like that. This is going to be like a logo. Character logo. I don't know. Yes, so we can probably have something like stats for the character or whatnot. Okay, the total menu is basically, so what do we want? We want this to be a button, right? This is a sticky button. It's always going to be there, never going to be anything else. Basically, we just want a button that we click on, and that's going to open a widget. Nothing special with this. Just a regular button. Well, and yeah, you can set the colors here. I don't know. That's gonna do it. Pink, purple. I mean, this is just for now anyway. So fine. Just for testing now. And this is going to be called. What the fuck? I should close this guy down. Master menu selector. But and this is going to open up the widget with all the options that we have. So it's just going to be a regular thing there. And then we have boom there. Then we have the horizontal box. This is going to be where we stacking all our mini widgets. So quick menu holder. Then at the bottom we can actually add another horizontal box bottom here. There. This is just gonna be a fill. I'm gonna set it to maybe 0.2, 0.1. Just an information box. Just information. We can put in something like what world you're in, what the time is, how many jumps you're from, how many worlds or accesses you have, what your org is, what your current, I don't know, basic information that could be good for you to have at the moment. So basically what world you're in, or what station you're in, or something like that. This could always be good to have. It could also become a button that if you want more information. And this quick menu holder is going to hold all our menus. This one is going to go, I'm going to do a overlay on it right now. Just put an image in there. We know we can see it. Image. The image is going to be full. And overlay is going to be filled. The image is going to be, I don't know, kind of orange. We put it at 0.2, so it's very dark. Please see it. All right. There we go. And we have something happening. Cool. And now this middle part here has to be its own widget, because it's going to be a lot of rules and regulations if we want to be able to drag them back and forth and whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Cool. So let's do this sidebar menu. I want this to have its own widget, C++ widget class, because there's a lot of information going to go in here, I guess. I guess. Yes. Especially when we are going to implement the widget that going in here. So that's going to be some information there. Anyway, so let's see. So we're going to create a new C++ class. UI widget. HUD overlay widgets is a perfect place to place it. It's going to go in here. Create a new function, reprocessing main hacking. Yeah, we can do overlay widgets, main menu. Yeah, main menu. No, main menu. Overlay menu. Sidebar menu. So widget. create a C++ ride, and we are going to set there, and we're going to create a new folder. We'll call this sidebar, and we're going to select that, and we're going to call this my sidebar menu widget. Create that class. And as I said before, I'm moving away more and more from using controllers because it's basically one-to-one system, and I don't really get the upside of using controllers. It's just a lot of extra work instead. All right, here we go. We got a hot reload. So let's see here now what we want to do. There we go. Thank you. So, gonna have the quick holder. So this is a U horizontal box, and that's fine because we are going to put another thing in there. So let's see. Let's create a structure here first. Then we're going to do a U object pointer. T object pointer, sorry. T object pointer. Called the U horizontal box. There and clear that. I'm going to call this quick menu folder. Property, of course, and it's going to be blueprint read only. And we're going to do meta. I'm going to say widget bind widget. And bind. Oh, okay. Of course. Public. All right. Oh, sorry. Okay. So what else do we need? I don't know. Probably need all these other things as well as we go along, but right now we can leave that. And so we're going to create a holder for this. Let's see. Let's reload all this. Reload. Rerun. And we got some errors. Errors. I love those because I don't know. Wait a minute. Creating. Oh, shoot. I need to create my constructor. Otherwise, it won't work. Both have to be changed. Post gameplay effect. Yeah. Just looking at this. Sorry. I see stuff on the sides and I'm like, what's happening there? Let's see. Okay, no, we can go in here. No, not there. What the hell am I doing? Crap. I can go to class settings and do sidebar menu widget and go, and now that widget is right there. Quick menu holder, and that is there. Perfect. So let's create a new widget. I'm gonna move this thing. Okay. Y. Yeah, so I'm going to move this into a new folder called sidebar. There, there. And I'm going to say new blueprint class. Use the widget. And use the widget. And this is going to be the holder. So this is the quick. Okay. WBP on this quick. 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 I have it. Quick menu. Quick menu access. Bar. Bar. Holder. Holder. Okay. Quick access menu. Oh, there. WBP. Quick. Quick access menu. Menu holder. All right. So we're gonna have a size box here. I usually always put a size box in mine. Root size box. There we go. And let's see here. We're gonna have a scroll box in here. And it's in this scroll box. Oh my god, I don't know. I want it to be a scroll box because if it's higher than the actual viewed widget, I want it to be able to scroll it. Fine. But inside it, it should be a vertical box. Question is, when we're talking about changing order, I should be able to do that, right? We do that by, if we change the order, we just regenerate it according to some kind of array. We have a T array of these items. When we rearrange them, we're changing the order in the T array. So it's just going to be a vertical box, and then we just replant those. Yeah. A vertical box, basically. Well, that's it. And let's, just for now, fill that. We're gonna do an overlay just for the hell of it. Place that there. I'm gonna do an image there. And that image is gonna fill. Fill. Image just gonna be way too strong. We're gonna do a little aquamarine and do it to 0.2 just to have some kind of color showing that this is what we have, right? So now we need to create a new widget on that one, C++ widget. We're going to do a lot of stuff in C++ when it comes to this. Galaxy Dawn public UI widget, and we are going to say user widget, create that base class, add it to the overlay sidebar. This is going to be, what do we call it? Quick access menu widget holder widget. Boom. this is it. So we're gonna do it public for now. Don't really need to do anything in here right now. All I need to do is go to user widget. Oh shoot, not user widget. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing, man? Stop that. Quick access new folder widget. Save that. And now we can go into this guy here, sidebar, and we can say we're gonna have a T subclass of subclass of, and we're gonna be a U quick access menu holder widget. Declare that, and this is gonna be C Q A class. There we go. And let's do this. New property. Nice. All right. And now in our sidebar menu widget, constructor, we want to add this, but we're gonna steal that code because I never remember what the fuck that code is. Steal it. One of these. There we go. Boom. And there. How were you so fucking read about? Bad or missing bit field. I don't know what that means, but oh no, I don't know. Well, we'll fix that in a second. No idea what that means. You quick. I don't know. Let's include that anyway. No, look at that. UI widget, hot overlay, sidebar, quick. Here. And all blueprint UI overlay sidebar, and this is the guy. Copy reference. Look. There we go. All right, let's see what the hell is the problem with this. P subclass of. Oh shit! I see it now. It was the wrong fucking thing in the end. Huh? You probably. There we go. It was a semicolon and not the. No, it was a colon and not a semicolon. All right. Cool. So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna say function called void add sidebar. We're gonna have that, and we're also gonna have a virtual void. No, virtual void. Yes, set. That params is set. Those two. So this is going to be called whenever our sidebar menu is created. Right now we have added it straight up, right? Into our overlay. We don't want that. We want to do that dynamically. So when we do that, we can add the gonna call add sidebar quick access. That's what we want to do. Anyway, so what we can do now is that we can, when the parameters is set, we can call that function. And move this up. That's above there, actually. Same thing here, I guess. We have that. There we go. Mush, 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 mush. And I'm just gonna create a new widget. And easy peasy. Probably steal that from somewhere as well, so we don't have to do everything manually. There we go. It's not really right. This is right. Here we're gonna set this to new. That's what we call it. This type of when we do it without the control params or without the controller. And let's see here. So the new access bar class and steel. That one there, and now we got a widget, and we are that, and now we're gonna set that to new widget, and we're gonna set the params, controlling params. We're gonna say widget params there. Oh, all right. Boom. Now we're just gonna say quick menu holder, add child, and we're gonna add a new widget, and that's that. Right. So now we need to do one more thing, and that is add this dynamically and not in manually. So there's a couple of things we need to think about when we do this, because we did this when we added, we had to do some changes and shit. I don't know exactly to do this carefully when we're doing it in code. Let's see. So we do it at the start. Set and target widget. Okay, so we're gonna have a function called add sidebar here as well. We have that function already. That's awesome. Boom. Do that there. That is just empty. So what we're gonna do here is copy that. We have it. So we can start working on that. So, boom. Widget controller is going to be a subclass of target. Oh, okay. Do the same thing though. That's the controller. Sorry, that's the one we want. This is going to be a U sidebar menu widget. No, shut. U sidebar menu widget. Yes. Cool. Boom. There we go. Right. Isn't that pretty? So we can go in here. We go to Really now? We don't have a controller here. Or a constructor. Okay, we need a constructor, but right, because these I actually used to. This is one of the first ones. So I actually added these manually. That's actually something I should. Another thing I should update. Yeah. Because we don't want all these. Because I started doing the start, absolute start. I was adding all these controllers manually. It's so unnecessary. We don't need to do that. But for now, we'll work with this as we have it. So copy this. I wonder if we could do a new function. This is a good function. It's a static function, but I wonder if we could do it as a function that we actually don't have to copy the whole fucking thing every fucking time. Because basically this stuff is unnecessary. I need a class. The question is if I can add a class like that dynamically. That is probably not something I know how to do anyway. Alright. You over here, so I've got something to look at. Copy that. Oh shit, what the fuck did I do? Boom. And I want sidebar menu video class. Copy this. Boom. And I will go in here. Say sidebar. That bad boy. Of reference. Paste that in there. There we go. Copy that there. All right. Now I'm gonna do a sidebar. Boom. Boom. And sidebar. Oh shoot. That's copy. And new widget. Set control and params. And where do we want to put it? No, this is where we are in a little pickle, but it's fine. So what we want to do is there. This is going to be a U canvas panel. So U panel slot pointer called panel slot equals to that. Now we're going to do a U U canvas panel slot pointer called canvas panel slot equals and then we're going to do a cast. I'm going to do a cast for a U canvas panel slot. And what we're going to cast the panel slot. Now we get access to everything I need to do. Now we're going to say an if statement here. Got the access to that, and then we can do whatever we want there. And what do we really want? Well, we need to go into our overlay here. This is the one we want, right? Shift to update alignment to match. Control to update the position to match. What is this called? I'm gonna set some kind of anchor, right? Canvas panel slot. Set anchors. And it's gonna be F anchors. And it's gonna be I don't know what this is. This is the one we want. And I don't know what it is. Set the anchors on the slot. F anchors. I mean, they don't really have any pre-chosen options. Okay, I have to bring this to the ChatGPT. Can you help me, please? I need to set a panel slot. In C++. Need the one that stretches from top to bottom on the left side. Fair enough. I don't know. That's the one I want. Top to bottom on the left side. Oh my god. Come on. Stretch vertical stick to left anchor percent in C++. F anchors. Oh. Anchors sets the 4 normal pins with min x2 equals min x max horizontal line. Oh my fucking god. gonna copy this stuff and see what the hell we get. Set the anchors there. Alignment. And then it's talking about give the fixed width. Oh. Let's just test this out and see what the hell we get. That's all we can do, right? Don't know about this. Let's see. We're gonna go to overlay. We're gonna remove this overlay. Let's see. Crashes. Oh, it's not really doing the bottom things. We need to do that manually. But otherwise than that, this one is not going all across. We have to fix that. Couple of things, but overall, actually not bad. So I want to do. Yes, I want to do. Set offset. We do this. Setting offset. Because it's the bottom offset we want to do. Need to look at that. Oh shit! I don't know what the fuck that is. Not what we wanted anyway. I can tell you that. Let's see. We do this overlay. We want to go and do a side bar. It's called. All right. Yeah. There's something else. Array. Content. Zero. That's what we want. We want something called offset canvas panel slot set offset. offset. F margin. Oh, margin. Add this here. Just do this and see if we keep it at 300. What happens then? The hell is happening? We keep it like that. What happens then? Because this, it's the. Wait a minute. What the hell happened? Start getting tired now. That anchor is not alignment. We missed the alignment now. I'm a little concerned about the width here though. Right, let's go to overlay. It's gone now, okay. Yeah, because it's just now it doesn't work anymore. It's just overriding my width. And I can't set it. So not get because this is overriding my width and I don't want that. I just want to override the bottom one. Pull the current offset out of the slot. Get offset. Oh, okay. So let's see. Getting all the offsets straight off. Do the counter panel first. Boom. And then we're setting. Then we set the offset for bottom equals 0.f, right? And then we do the canvas and slot. We're gonna set offsets and we're gonna do the off. Or off. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's test that out. See if that works. Makes sense to me, actually. For once, makes sense. That should set the bottom offset. All right. And yes, it did. However, it does not allow me to click on. That is something that's interesting. No idea why. In here we got that clearly set up. We can click on it. Yeah. I don't know. I have to think about this. I don't know. It's gotta be working. Anyway, it's time for me to get going because I need to eat something and stuff, and then we'll see what happens. But I'm going to continue working on this either today or tomorrow. So until then, on Sport Pop Gaming, and thank you everybody that stopped by today. And I'll see you next time. Sport Pop Gaming out. Bye bye.